Hello, everybody. I'm going to explain the hierarchical structure of a sentence. And the sentence I'm going to explain is a question. First of all, I'm going to share the board. And here we have the sentence. Could the development of artificial intelligence lead to unforeseen ethical challenges? So the first thing that I'm going to do is identify the verb. And here we have the main verb. So I'm going to color just to make sure that I understand this is the main verb. But here we have another word that is a modal verb. And I'm going to put it in blue. And here, if we wouldn't have this modal verb, we would have a sentence, a complete sentence. The development of artificial intelligence lead to enforcing ethical challenges. So we have a sentence without this word. This word change our sentence to a question. So here I'm going to divide the sentence into parts. The first part would be exactly where the sentence. First, I'm going to do it here. Sorry. The part where is the verb. And another one, it would be the part where is the noun. And I'm going to color in blue. And here we have the word that makes our sentence a question. So I'm going to write S for sentence, and then I'm going to divide in a clause phrase, a clause because it's not a phrase, it's only a word, and also a sentence because without this word, we would have a complete sentence. And now I'm going to make the whole division. But this would be in red because remember here we have our sentence. So we are going to place it in orange first. So we have two parts. This one, we already know that is the part of the clause that is the word that makes us a question. It would be could. And now we have our sentence. And the sentence is, we are going to divide it into parts that we have it here. This is going to be called the noun phrase, and this is going to be called the verb phrase. So we are going to divide it right now. And this part, we are going to divide it in blue. And the other part, we are going to divide it in red, just to make the differences. But it would be just very simple. So we have the noun phrase here, and we have the verb phrase here. And from the noun phrase, we have the development of artificial intelligence. So the development is a noun. Of is a preposition word. Artificial is an adjective and intelligence is a noun. And the word "the" is a determiner. So we are going to divide this sentence in another two parts. The noun phrase and a prepositional phrase because we have a preposition here. So I'm going to divide it in two. And we're going to put it in similar colors just because they are near. The colors actually doesn't matter. It's just to make sure that we are understanding. So here we have our noun phrase. And here we have our prepositional phrase. And from the noun phrase, we have two words, the development. And in the development, we have two parts, a determiner and a noun. Determiner a noun. But this noun, we are going to place it with an apostrophe. And now we are going to write our determiner, that is the. And from the noun, this is like a noun phrase, is going to be our noun. Which is, which is development. Okay. Now we are going to divide our prepositional phrase. And in our prepositional phrase, we are going to have our preposition and a noun phrase. Why? Because we have three words of artificial intelligence. So of is a preposition. It's going to be here. Artificial is an adjective and intelligence is a noun. So since it's an adjective and a noun, we are going to call it noun phrase. And here we are going to have our preposition and our noun phrase. In our preposition, we are going to have of. Sorry. Let me undo this. No, here. And from our noun phrase, we are going to have the adjective. It doesn't want to stay. Just give me a moment, please. It's because it's too near. There. Now we are ready. We are going to have our prepositional phrase, our determined adjective, I'm sorry. And then we are going to have our noun. And here, we are going to place the adjective. And then our noun with the apostrophe. It means it's a noun phrase, but we only have one noun. So here, our adjective, it will be artificial, and we are going to have the noun. Sorry for many lines. From our adjective, we have artificial, and the noun is intelligence. Okay, so we have the first part of our sentence, the whole could the development of artificial intelligence, and now we are going to work with the part of lead to unforeseen our ethical challenges, which we have the verb here. So we are going to have our verb. We are going to change the color. And we are going to have a prepositional phrase. Why? Because to is a prepositional word. Unforeseen is an adjective, ethical is an adjective, and challenges is a noun. So we are going to start with the verb here, and from to challenge is our prepositional phrase. So here we're going to have the verb, a verb phrase, and also a prepositional phrase. And from our verb phrase, we are going to have the verb. And from the prepositional phrase, we are going to have the preposition and also a noun phrase. Because once we take the preposition, we have a noun phrase, because here we have a noun, even if we have adjective here. So I'm going to keep going writing the verb phrase. After the verb phrase, sorry. Yes. We have a verb, and here we have a preposition. And here we are going to have our noun phrase. From our verb, we are going to have the verb, which is lead, and also our preposition, which is to, and from our noun phrase, we are going to divide it. So I keep thinking, is unforeseen ethical, since both are adjectives, they came from an adjective phrase, or only an adjective and a noun phrase, and then we are going to divide the noun phrase in an adjective and another noun, and then the noun. So I'm going to do it at the second one. So here I'm going to place the adjective, and here I'm going to place a noun phrase. But since we are going to have an adjective, a noun phrase, we need to place an adjective phrase, sorry, and then the noun with a apostrophe. And here we are going to have the adjective, and from our noun phrase, we are going to have the adjective and another noun phrase. And our adjective is, the first one is unforeseen. And from our noun phrase is going to be the adjective. And is going to be the noun with the apostrophe. Okay, and we are almost finishing. And from our adjective, we are going to have the last adjective. And then from the noun, we are going to have the noun. Ethical. And from our noun, we are going to have challenges. With the question mark, because we end the sentences with question mark. And here we have how we are going to have our hierarchical structure of our sentence. So we divide the sentence in a clause and a sentence. And then our sentence have a noun phrase and a verb phrase. Our noun phrase have the noun phrase and a prepositional phrase because we have a preposition here. That noun phrase, we have the and determiner and a noun. Here we have it. And from our prepositional phrase, we are going to have a preposition and a noun phrase. From the noun phrase, we have the adjective, artificial, and the noun. And then we have the verb phrase part, which we have a verb phrase, then the verb, which is lead, a prepositional phrase because we have a preposition here, prepositional and noun phrase. And from our noun phrase we have the adjective phrase and the noun phrase, and then we have another adjective and the last word, which is a noun. And this is how I would divide this question sentence. I hope you understand, and it will be a lot of information for you. So I'm going to stop sharing. And thank you very much for paying attention. See you next video.